What's up, everybody? It's Fish here with Dream Vision. We got Indy over here, first place at the Tournament City Games Caius tournament. So, how you feel about winning the tournament?
Pretty good. It was a good event. There were a lot of good players, and it was run really well. We used the Neuron app for the first time, and it actually went really smooth because of it.
Nice. So, what was your prize again?
I got the Caius.
Nice. Solid prizing right there. How you feel about that prizing?
Pretty good. Probably one of the best $40 I've ever spent.
I believe it. I believe it. All right. So, what you end up playing?
Forgs.
Okay. Let's get into it.
Obviously, the best card in the deck. You got to play 3 of them. Next to the 3 substitutes. Runs the engine. Pretty much 3 of all the normal ones. And then personally I like BLs because it lets you go into Mistworm and it makes the OTKs cost less cards. Most of the deck comes down to just counting cards, and this makes Armory Arm cost 2 cards instead of 3 because you make it with Fishboard instead of requiring the level 1s like the Treeborn, this, and a level 2. Not everybody likes it, but I do.
Right.
And then the utility frogs, obviously. This is so good to sit behind. If you can't find the Fishboard, you can just do block and then sit behind this and start bouncing stuff until you find what you need. Or you can just do chip damage with like these 2. I've won games just by doing like 24 damage a turn with this. Obviously Gores, and then the 2 dandelions so that you can make tokens to tribute for the substitutes. That's it for monsters. Then you got like the big bombs. It's a pretty standard list. It's almost exactly Alistair's list except for like the BLs and the 1 Treeborn.
Nice.
But those are the main cards. Each one of these is a +1. So when you're counting cards for your OTKs, like this counts as 2 because you get 2 cards off of it. This counts as 2. Most of the OTKs cost like 6 to 8 cards, and killing through Gores I think is 8 or 9. It's pretty easy with BLs because you can make the double armory arm and it costs 2 less cards.
Right.
And then the utility spells, right? Got to clear out that back row, make way for substitute, and just really good one-ofs. A lot of people don't play Brain, but it's okay. If I had to cut something, I'd probably cut Brain. And then the 3 traps to draw more. These are another +1, so when you're counting cards for OTKs, you have another card. And it digs for the cards that you need, like Fishboard. Or it can dig you out of a hole. If you have a bricked hand, you can draw something that you need to play the game. Or you can draw nothing off this and just lose the game there. And then the 1 trap slot at 41, just because I really like being able to push my plays through if you don't see like these cards.
Okay. So, how'd you like the deck, the build overall?
I like it a lot. I tested this build for a while. This is the deck that I won the Switch with too.
Right.
This is the version. I was testing the double to triple trap stun build with double Unifrog, but I didn't like it. It felt like just too clunky. I like going the more heavy OTK build with the BLs and stuff.
Nice.
But that's it for the main deck. And then extra deck. Gotta play the 2 because you can kill through Gores with 2. Sometimes you go to make one with the Armory Arm Colossal Fighter and something happens to this, but having the second one helps you get through cards. 2 also plays through Honest, so if you're playing against Lightsworn or Blackwing that have Colute, this will help you get through that. And then like just typical 5s, 6, and I played this as a 7 at the tournament only because they were playing with modern time rules. So you can make Android if you're going into time, like turn 1 in a late game 3. You can make Android with the Substitute and Fishboard plays, and then sack this off, synchro with this later on in the same main phase, and banish this to gain life and win the game. It's really bad, but that's modern time rules for you. The other 7 Black Rose. 2 Colossals for 8s, because sometimes you need 2. Like if they have a Necro Gardener in the grave, They can stop the one attack, but they can't stop both. You know, you can equip this to your opponent's card, and then either one of these gets through its game. And the other 8 are these 2, just good level 8 synchros. And then Mistborn because of the BLs. Without BLs, I probably wouldn't play this. This would probably be like a Red Dragon Archfiend or something.
Gotcha.
That's it for the extra. Oh, can't forget the card my wife made us for the 9th anniversary.
Yes, sir. Nice.
3 Caius, just because it's really good for like Black Wings and Values and stuff. This is what they call the conversion side. So you basically are siding 14 to 15 cards every match, unless you're playing against like Lightsworn or something. So these are the monsters. This is really good for back row removal, good for Black Whirlwind, good for Mask of Restrict. There's a lot of times where like you summon this into a Fossil Dyna in a back row, and it's like a D-Prison because they're trying to protect the Fossil Dyna, and then this just pops the D-Prison and then runs over the Dyna, so it's a +1.
Dang.
Really good card, really good. And if you really need to, you can bounce it with Swap and keep reusing it.
Right.
And then everything else is just good trap cards. The 2 best ones that we can play in Edison. 3 utility ones. This hits anything from like Ab-Zero to Mask of Restrict, Royal Oppression, anything you need. And then 3 D-Prison for like Vayu and stuff. But yeah, against Vayu, you literally side all 15 cards.
Okay.
It's not a bad match as long as they don't see Deck Dev or Oppression. If they see those and you can't out them, then it's a tough match.
That's true. That's true.
But
Okay.
if they don't see them, it's easy.
That's true.
But yeah, that's the deck.
So first place won the Caius tournament.
Yeah. It's the exact same list I won the Switch with too.
Oh, so this is a 2-time winning tournament. Won yourself a Caius and a Switch. How do you feel about Forgs moving forward?
Pretty good. It's a really good deck as long as like you don't get flooded out with like Oppression or Mask of Restrict. But pretty much every time it's been flipped, Mask of Restrict at least, I've had an out for it. I think it's a really strong deck. It's probably the best deck aside from the gameplays, but it takes a lot of work to learn the lines, like knowing how to get through the gores and all that kind of stuff. But it's pretty easy once you learn the lines and count the cards.
Okay, nice. Now, would you play it moving forward?
Oh yeah, that's my favorite. Frogs are my second favorite archetype in all of Yu-Gi-Oh. So.
Okay, well, congratulations on the tournament win.
Thanks.
Big ups for that Alti Caius. I'm sure we'll see more.
Yes.